Hey, welcome everybody to another match in the VersaSphere mYinsanity Team League. We are currently looking at the tournament winner bracket final, and it's actually going to be a really interesting match since we had this as a show match already on the YouTube channel here on Khaldor TV. It is mYinsanity going up against Team Empire. If you remember the last games that we broadcasted here on the channel, we had them going up against mousesports and El Nexo in the winner bracket. mousesports was not able to take down mYinsanity, and Team Empire was successful against El Nexo. So both of the teams face each other now in the winner bracket, and the loser is then going up against Team El Nexo again, because the Spanish Armada was able to take down mousesports in the first match in the losers bracket. So we have a pretty dynamic scenario here already, and if you want to look at the brackets, you can of course always go to www.versasphere.net. There are several divisions that you can have a look at. The tournament bracket is listed there as well, and also the entire matches, all the recordings that we have of the league can be found there too. We're going into our first game. It's once again a best of 3. The victor of this game is going to advance to the overall final, whereas the loser, as pointed out earlier, will have to face the Spanish team in the losers bracket. And that's not going to be an easy feat, since we have the Spanish Armada getting stronger and stronger every day. You could really see the improvement from the first match that they played in the Invitational to the second match that they played there. So facing Lucifron and his brother and the rest of the team is not going to be easy at all for whoever is not going to make it today. And I actually expect quite a lot from mYinsanity now versus Team Empire. Especially mYinsanity has been very, very dominant in the European scene with their play, practicing a lot, having like a very, very tight schedule, practicing each and every day, and of course just trying to dominate the European scene for as long as possible, with more and more players coming into the alpha now every day. So we're going to go into game number 1 of the Invitational winner bracket final. We are looking at a match on I think Khaldor, if I'm not mistaken, for map number 1. So guys, let's jump right into it. Empire versus mYinsanity. Alright everybody, back to game number 2 in our best of 3 between mYinsanity and Team Empire. mYinsanity is leading the best of 3 with a 1-0 after the victory on Khaldor in the last game, and we are of course introducing our players again with the blue team. Starting to the left side, it is mYinsanity in this game. We have Lowell playing Tyrell, Shinobu on the Tacita, Araragi with a Tychus, Worf on Sonya again, an ace of spades, traded his Uther for a Brightwing. To the right side of the map, we have the red team. It is Team Empire with Fabio on the Arthurs, Markowin on Zagara. Sefka is going to, he went back to Vala, to his, in my opinion, favorite DPS hero, and apparently didn't like the quick play on the good old Falster there. BKB with the Rhaegar and Banzo on the Uther. Looking at the team compositions, as you can see, we have this time for Lowell with the Tyrell, the Initiation, Tacita, very strong hero on Shinobu. We saw that in the last game already. He's playing the same hero again. This time we have the Tychus on mYinsanity's side, with Araragi just foregoing the Rhaegar play and going straight for the Tychus here. Worf with Sonya is going to supply Initiation in addition to what we see with the Tyrell, and for Ace of Spades it is the support with the Brightwing. Well-rounded team that we see there, a lot of DPS, a few bruises at the front. Sonya able to withstand a lot of damage, especially with the Brightwing heal. One of the big things that you can do with this team, of course, is using the Brightwing to just TP to your team. Just blink to an allied hero, and that gives this hero a lot of mobility, so he can really help you out. And we've seen in the past that Ace of Spades plays a pretty mean Brightwing there. Looking at Team Empire with Arthurs and Zagara, we have Vala, Rhaegar, and Uther. This is one of those combinations where you can really see a bit of shenanigans later on, especially when we have the Zagara with the Maw leading straight into an Uther team stun. If Zagara gets a really good Maw off and catches several heroes in there, the Uther can just walk up, and if he times it right, the team will be stunned again. Vala here. We could see Stray for Sefka, but he has been playing around with the Reign of Vengeance a lot. Could supply additional stun potential into one of those team fights, depending on what exactly he's going to do. For Rhaegar, I guess in this particular game, Ancestral Healing would make a lot of sense. We have seen several Bloodlust combinations in the past, but given the lineup that we currently see for them there, I feel that Ancestral Healing is going to be the weapon of choice for BKB. Also important, of course, is that Gara is not only a really good DPS hero in the big fights, but then also she can supply with her creep a lot of vision on the map. And talking about the map where we are starting the game, we have as you can see here, the Haunted Mines, and therefore an only 2-lane map at the beginning of the game. You have to make that decision if you really want to go down into the lower level of the mines. There's an entrance down here in the bottom lane and another entrance up here at the top lane, and when those mines open and the skeletons spawn down there in the mines itself, then it's all about the skulls and how strong the golem that you are going to get is really going to be. So we have the usual split with 4 heroes on the lane where your own golem is. That's what we usually see, trying to push that in as far as you can. 4 heroes on the bottom lane, and all the way up to the top a single hero. It is Ace of Spades for mYinsanity. With the opponent's team, with Team Empire, we have a bit of a different lineup here. We first of all see creep being spread by Zagara up here in the middle. Very, very smart to do that early on. You want to supply your team with as much vision as you can, so that you don't get jumped like we saw in the last team when they lost the fight at the golem and then the game as a result of that. They're trying to go for the watchtower here, and it looks like they might be able to catch that. Is Team Empire really going to contest this? It looks like they're going to move in. Up at the top we have the 2 supports going up against each other. The tower back in hands of Team Empire, so they fought back immediately. mYinsanity doesn't get anything here, but this is a really mobile setup for Team mYinsanity. If you play on this 2-lane map, you usually have a lot of pressure down at the bottom lane. They're already getting the mercenary camps, and the good thing that or the advantage that you have with the Brightwing is that you can really jump into one of those team fights immediately, whereas the Uther is kind of stuck at the top lane then, and of course can either supply his team with experience or just walk down and try to arrive in the fight just in time to really make it count. We have in the middle of the map still Araragi and Shinobu. They're looking for an opportunity to maybe gank somebody. They already suspect that there might be a quick snipe on those mercenary camps to the top right, and they could go in together with a Sonya now, and indeed they do. They're moving in right away, dropping the storm here against Fabio. Markovin is moving in. We have the Brightwing with the Ace of Spades following it up. It's 4 against 3. They don't want to fight it, and another snipe on a mercenary camp for Team mYinsanity. This game does not start all that well for Team Empire. They lost the last game because of the golem snipe, the boss snipe, and this time it's the siege giants that they lose early on, and of course they need to take them out immediately. They're already doing the damage up against the wall, especially the towers, and that puts the team in a position where they have to play defensive. They have to move up, defend there, and that allows of course mYinsanity to just capture another camp, since they know that Empire has to deal with the original one that they just stole. Sevka in a bit of trouble, but dodges the Ancient Spear here. Nice vault by him, no problem. And we see now the push with the Siege Giants all the way up to the top, whereas at the bottom of the map it is Lowell up against BKB, Tyrell versus Rhaegar. The Knights are being captured now. This timing is just great. mYinsanity is dominating the European scene, not only because of the individual skill of the players on the heroes, but just because they have such a nice map control here. They stole a mercenary camp, transitioned from this into a mercenary camp on their own. There was no mercenaries for Team Empire to counter push. Then suddenly they have so much momentum going on both lanes that they can just move into the middle and capture the hard camp, capture the Knights. And this is a crucial spot in the game, capturing those Knights. So a lot of pressure now at the bottom lane, and the team is moving in, rotating down to the bottom with Ace of Spades still up at the top with the Brightwing. He can jump in whenever he wants to, but so far he doesn't have to. The tower is already going down, and Empire is defending with 4 heroes, trying to push them back, but the Knights are still up, and at least the wall is gonna fall here. You always try to push in the lane where your own golem later on is going to spawn as much as you can, so that you can do a maximum of damage once you have him. 4 heroes now down in the mines, trying to get as many of those skulls as they can to make that golem so much stronger. And Empire is faced with a choice. What they're gonna do there? No mercenary camps up on the map right now, so they could just converge down to the middle. Are they gonna push somewhere? The timers, when you look at them, they're still like 1.5 minutes on this camp. There is still 1 minute on this one. What are they gonna do? They're gonna go down to the mines. Of course, there's nothing else that they can do. But Araragi and his team, they already know, and they are looking for the fight. They want it. They're 1 level up. It's level 6 versus level 5, and they see an advantage, and they're going straight for it. Fabio at the front is being polymorphed and goes down. Suddenly it's a 4 versus 3, a 5 versus 3 as Ace of Spades jumped down as well. They're trying to catch Markovin right now on the Zagara. Banzo is moving in with the Uther, trying to help out as much as he can. Abandons her, then in the end, he doesn't like the Queen of Blades here. Well, that would be Kerrigan, I guess. We have 2 queens. It doesn't make any sense, but well, it doesn't have to. He didn't like her anyways. Maybe she didn't really appeal to his sense of beauty. Whatever it was, he abandoned her and let her die. So suddenly 2 heroes down for Team Empire, and mYinsanity is now able to get all of the skulls here if they want to. So far, Empire hasn't taken a single skull. mYinsanity is going to take those skulls. They're putting heartbeats on the lanes again. We have Ace of Spades down on the bottom lane, and there's very little to do for Team Empire. They can try and capture a few of the mercenary camps that are going to be up in a few minutes or seconds. For example, this one here to the right side, and another one that's going to spawn in half a minute. But they are losing every single skull in the mines. This is going to be 100% golem for mYinsanity. Empire abandoned the mines completely. They said like, yep, we can't do anything down here. We are down one level again. Our opponent's team just also hit level 7 faster than we did and got the extra talent. We have to do something, but in the mines we can't really contest them here. In the team fight they are currently just too strong. We have to wait a bit longer, need to try to do as much as we can with the mercenaries up on the top, trying to soak some more experience while they are down in the mine, catch up in levels, and then defend against the golem as best as we can, and try to maybe hit with the 10s good team combinations. That's what they're currently going for, taking the mercenaries up, but all the way down here we have already mYinsanity rotating to the bottom lane, trying to push with the golem. The golem is nearly there. It's 100% golem right now for Team mYinsanity. 0 skulls collected by Empire. They have a push with the siege giants at the top, but of course they have to defend here. There is no way for them to outpush mYinsanity with this golem. We have still the team of Araragi trying to capture a few of the mercenary camps so that they have a counter push before the golem is really in place. Golem is not there just yet, but it's going to be on the move in just a few seconds. Siege giants on the top for Empire have been eliminated. Now Worf and Shinobu are trying to capture their own camp down at the bottom lane. What's going on here? Not too much. The entire team just waiting for the golem, waiting to converge here. This puny tiny little fella is not going to do a thing. This is basically just one of the normal creeps that got fed too much spinach and then grew a little bit larger. There's no threat emitting from this one. Down here at the bottom, that's the big boss. That's a big boy. Like, look at this handsome fella. He's gonna do a lot of work here. They want to drop the fort, and they want to drop it now. We're moving in immediately with all players. 5-man for Team mYinsanity. All the way up at the top, we have actually 2 players for Empire. They want to catch the experience here. Want to catch those siege giants. They're not even fighting. Empire knows that they have to give up something down here. They are going to give up that 4. They're trying to collect some extra experience all the way at the top, but that 4 alone is already giving so much experience to mYinsanity that they're hitting the 10 way before we see it for Empire. Level 9 for Empire, and 7 minutes in, we have Team mYinsanity pushing hard. As it looks though, they're going to abandon to capture the knights in the middle of the map. That's of course one of the things that they can attempt to do. A few heroes already moving back. They killed the first fort. They know that they're going to have a pretty tough time pushing it in all the way and killing another one. They're just standing behind the golem, trying to make sure that the golem cannot be attacked right away, and 2 heroes in the middle are going to take the knights here. A very good split. With a level 10 and level 11 now that they have, they know that Empire cannot engage into those ultimates, and especially those heroes all have escape, all of them. They are still trying to push with the golem, giving him a bit more time, and by now they are joined by the rest of their team. There's 5 heroes once again as Ace of Spades just TPs back with the Hearthstone, but it doesn't matter, since once he mana'd up, he can just blink back, and there he is! There he is, back to business, 5 against 5. Here comes the leap against BKB, and oh my god, he's nearly down! Tries to heal up, BKB survives, God knows how, I don't. There's the Maw, where's the Uther? Uther walks in too slow for the mass stun, but we have Rain of Vengeance by Vala immediately being dropped. The Odin form on Aragi is over. He's getting locked down by Fabio. Fabio himself is not looking too pretty. He moves left, look again! Whoa! 2 of the heroes without any hit points escaping, whereas we have Tychus and Brightwing dropping for mYinsanity. Level 10 turned everything around here for Empire. 2 of their heroes with just amazing timing on the retreat. It was the Rhaegar and the Arthurs. Both of them were looking into the single digits and hit points. That much is for sure. I mean, that was crazy that both of them survived. So, very, very nice fight here by Team Empire. They're still behind. It's level 12 versus 11, and they lost their fort down here. The keep is already being attacked, but still, they caught up in experience. Nearly. They're close to catching up. And this was an important one, ladies and gentlemen. This was super important. We're having a quick look at the talents before we jump back in. Especially, of course, on those heroic ability. Divine Storm. Banzo couldn't really get it off in combination with the Maw in the last fight. Ancestral Healing came into play. Rain of Vengeance as a follow-up for the Devouring Maw in the last battle that we've seen there. Fabio with the Army of the Dead. The Brightwing heal with the Blink heal. Leap for Sonya, Commander Odin for Tychus, we see Archon and Judgment. So what you exactly the ultimates that you would expect. It's 2 kills versus 2, with mYinsanity still having a bit of a lead there, but Let's see if Team Empire can now turn things around. They definitely got a good fight off, and maybe they can carry that momentum. They already have another camp here. Up to the top, though, the Siege Giants are going to spawn in a second. And with the creep, Empire knows very well where mYinsanity is positioned, but they don't want to engage just yet. They wait a bit longer. Keep in mind, on level 13, another talent is going to be unlocked for mYinsanity. That's when they want to push. They don't want to force the fight right now, but they would love to fight with the 13 against the 12. That will give them another edge over their opponent. They're going all the way to the top this time, trying to push it here. Down at the bottom, we have two Siege Giants still pushing it for Team Empire. That's a great move that they have there, but they need to make sure that they don't lose another fort up at the top. Level 12 versus level 12, but that 13 isn't far away for mYinsanity, and they're waiting for it. Zagara already using her Banelings and using that Hydra. Do you have a an alpha account for Heroes of the Storm? That Hydra is so damn annoying. Like, if you ever played against the Zagara, you know exactly what I'm talking about. That Hydra is a bitch, and we all hate her like hell. Like, so much damage. Oh my god. Down at the bottom in the mines, now that the skulls spawned again, we have the entire team for mYinsanity pushing, except of course for our good old friend here, Brightwing. Ace of Spades is like the only one that always has to stay up to the top. It's like he's the outsider in the team. He's like this one nerd in school that's not allowed to join the soccer team. Everybody wants to go down into the mines, and he's like, hey, pick me, but nobody wants him to be there. So he has to do all the hard work up at the top, and then when they really need him, they cry for him in TeamSpeak, and they're like, dude, where are you? Blink down here! Like, why aren't you here yet? Ace of Spades, like, yeah, that's of course, that's just the role that he plays with the Brightwing. That's the one thing that you have to give up. Down to the bottom, though, there's where the action is, and there's where he's going to be in a second. The jump in with Worf going in, the Maw only hitting one this time. Worf still going ham on Zagara. At the same time, down here to the bottom, we have Odin trying to go straight for Banzo. The Rain of Vengeance hitting two. Ace of Spades in trouble, about to die here. Is being followed by BKB, but the first one to drop is the Tyrael. Brightwing is in trouble. Uther also dying. Zagara still in the fight, but Arage is moving in, taking the kill, killing Zagara off, and we have also Fabio now suddenly in trouble. He drops as well. 3 heroes down for Team Empire, and at the same time we see Arage still attempting to follow Wala. Sefka on the move. They only killed the Tyrael. It's a 3-for-1 in favor of mYinsanity. A great battle there for them, all the way up to the top. Ace of Spades healing up, getting the mana again, so he can jump down. And if you just look at the view of one of the players, we have 54 skulls against 0 at this point in favor of mYinsanity. I'm not sure if Team Empire can survive another 100 skull golem. Keep in mind, those golems, they scale, they get stronger later on in the game, and this is something that especially Team Empire should be very scared of right now, and they know it too. They're going into the mines again. They try to contest not only the golem, but they're trying to pick off one of the players that is down here, and that is actually Worf. He was already informed by his teammates, dude, they just went mines, get out of there now, right now, and it's good timing for them. But well, as I already said, like, they have to 5-man the golem now, Empire that is. They have no other choice, and they're trying to do that. It's 75 against a 0. That's the skulls here, so they will get 25, but that's still a freakishly strong golem that we're gonna see for mYinsanity, and they already have the golem right in position at the keep, whereas yeah, up here they didn't even break the first fort. So a big problem right now for Empire, and mYinsanity is already moving in position. They're starting to take the mercenary camps up here at the top as well. It's not like Empire really had a choice here. They had to move down, and it leaves them in a bad spot. They need a team fight, they need a wipe, they need a big ulti now from maybe the Uther for the Sun, with the Zagara, with a Maw, something. They need perfect team coordination right now. They are up against the Golem, against the Knights, against the Siege Giants. This is a death push. This is mYinsanity with blood in the waters. They are like sharks right now. They are circling in. They're going for Farbia. They're looking for it. Howling Blast doesn't hit enough. Low goes down Sefka. Sefka is being jumped again. Here comes the leap, and down goes Vala. Fabio follows. 2 down for Empire. Tyrael is still alive somehow, and Banzo the Uther is being dropped as well. BKB is moving back, healing up. Marco win on the Zagara. She survives, but it doesn't matter anymore. The keep is down, and mYinsanity is going to take this. They are going straight for the core. They have 5 alive, 17 seconds on the Arthurs. They are killing the 4th. They're killing BKB. It's a team wipe, and this is gonna be a 2-0. mYinsanity going straight for it. The core will drop here. And what a series. Can anybody stop them in Europe right now? This is crazy. They advance to the overall final after a 2-0 victory of Team Empire. And Team Empire now has to go up against El Nexo in the loser bracket. A 14-minute game, once again mYinsanity with a very, very nice aggression here that we saw on this map. I actually can't wait for the Europeans to be able to face the US teams. It's going to be so great to see mYinsanity going up against teams like Snowflake, like Symbiote Gaming. I really want to see those matches. It's going to be absolutely amazing. But first of all, what I'm really looking forward is Empire versus El Nexo. This is going to be our next match, and it's going to be amazing, that best of 3, with El Nexo just improving so much. They faced each other in the first round, and Empire was barely able to kill them. With a 2-1, they were able to succeed there. Can this time El Nexo maybe be the victor and then go up in the overall final against Team mYinsanity? We're gonna find out soon enough. Once again, leave a comment on the YouTube channel and upvote the video if you enjoyed it. You can also subscribe to the channel, and definitely should do that. There's going to be a lot more Years of the Storm content in the near future. Also a few shows that are planned, so if you're interested in that, then hit that subscribe button. And I'm going to thank everybody once more for watching it today, for tuning into the video, and guys, I'm going to see you next time. So have a great day, and see you with the next Heroes of the Storm videos here at the mYinsanity VersaSphere Invitational. Have a great day. Bye bye.